I happen to be the General Secretary of the Christian Council of Ghana for 5 years. And that task gave me opportunity to interact with colleague Christian Council in some sister Africa countries. And we were also tasked to participate in some peace processes in some countries and even electoral processes in some countries. I must say that even while I was in office, I had opportunity to bring 21 heads of churches, Muslim leaders, and the chairman of the Electoral Commission of DR Congo to spend 1 week with us to learn role faith-based organization, civil society play. So I have just by great experience. Then after my work as a Christian Council General Secretary, I'm teaching at KN University, but there's a body called Alliance for Christian Advocacy Africa, made up of university lecturers, pastors, and professionals in various fields that have come together also to play advocacy role in the Africa continent. The headquarters is here, Accra, Ghana, but we have friends and partners in other Africa countries. And that assignment has also given me opportunity to see and visit colleagues in Liberia, run even workshops for church leaders and colleagues in Angola, in Liberia, and other Africa countries. Now, if you ask me, when it comes to the matter of sustainable peace, I would say that Ghana, we are not doing badly at all. What we have come, of course, we have come such far by grace, but we have something that we must be proud of, something that we must also protect. We have peace. Of course, it's a relative peace because the line between peace and violence is very thin. If you don't take care, you can easily cross it. However, we haven't done badly at all. We've done well. But moving into the future, the challenge confronting us is how do we sustain our peace? Because we need sustainable peace for sustainable development. And there are real challenges. In fact, there are triggers of violence, violent triggers that if we don't address, even though from other Africa countries, Ghana, we are doing well, we may find ourselves in some storms, something that we don't want for ourselves today and tomorrow. One has something to do with the winner-takes-all kind of constitution that we are operating. Now, our current constitution gives too much power to the executive. And when our people, presidents are in office, they like it. They like it. And so they don't want to tamper with it. When they are in opposition, they cry. They feel the pain. We have seen it. We have seen NDC in power operating winner-takes-all constitution. And then we have seen MPP in power operating winner-takes-all constitution. And then they have been all in opposition complaining against the unfairness of the police service, crying foul on the electoral commission. But when they are in opposition, they see all the wrongs. But when they are in the power, they don't see, their eyes are closed. They become blind to the realities on the ground. Moving into the future, and I will personally want to plead with His Excellency, the President Nana Addo, before whether the end of this first term, if God will grant you grace to have a second term, whatever, but the constitutional review recommendations must be revisited. The winner-takes-all constitution is a threat to our peace. It will take us forever to convince people in opposition that electoral commission appointed by a president will be fair to them. When MPP was, they had enough reason to believe that Mrs. Charlotte Osei, appointed by the then NDC government, will never be fair to them. And we are witnessing the same thing with MPP in power appointing Mrs. Jane Mensah. That MPP want NDC to believe that she will be fair and truthful. NDC forever to believe it. We must heal that wound in our constitution. The system must change. When NDC was in power, Akufo-Addo's resident was stoned. Nima police station is just opposite that facility, and they could not arrest any. MPP found everything wrong about the then Ghana Police Service and the then IGP. NPP is in power now. NDC is now crying and threatening that when they one day come to power, the Minister of State who pulled a gun at Kaswa will be prosecuted. If there's a need for prosecution, why in future, but why not now? That confidence that under this system, they will have their bit of the cake. They don't have that security. Please, let us address the winner takes all bit in our. But there's another bit that is fueling the violence. And it has something to do with transition, the political transition or democratic transition. When we are close to election, we pay a lot of attention to, of course, we say it before, during, and after the election. But all our investment and effort are towards before and during. You don't see much effort and investment in post-election. So when we finish and we hand over, then the name calling starts. You are a thief. You've stolen all the cars. You are this. You are corrupt. And people feel hurt. That even when they feel that they've done their best, they have handed over, they will still go back, and their wives and children will be asking them, Daddy, they say you have stolen cars. Where are the cars? They go to church, and their church members are asking them, we hear you have stolen cars. Where are the cars? Where we are doing transition, even though we have Presidential Act, Transition Act, we must revisit. And this is not only the inter between MPP and NDC, even intra. When even within the same political, the primaries, and one MP is supposed to hand over to another MP, they also fight. We've witnessed such thing recently at Kumasi, Bantama. The same party people fighting. And it's not only one party here. You see it intra NDC, you see it intra MPP. So we must revisit our democratic transition effort. It is not helping. People are hurt. People who know they have served their country well, they've done their bit. But when they must leave office, when they have left office, then name calling and shame and disgrace. And so now people have learned lesson that it's not safe leaving office, because when you leave office, the consequence may not be friendly. Now, the third bit I may want to add for the purpose of this conversation has something to do with the kind of political investment our leaders, political leaders, are making at the moment. Now, when I hear two political party members of parliament aspiring at the primary, one said that I was able to give only 1,000 cedis to every delegate, but my opponent was able to give 5,000 cedis. That is how you won. And publicly, to the media, granting interview that I was able to give 1,000 to each, but he gave 5,000. In fact, media is reporting instances where somebody gave bicycles and they want to go back to collect their bicycles. Now, if you make such investment and you lose, definitely you will want to fight. You don't want to lose. So we must revisit the kind of political investment, knowing that some of them take loans from bank to go through this, and they want to fight. So I will conclude by saying that we are not doing badly at all, but we are not there yet. Our peace is still fragile, and if we don't take care, we will find ourselves in positions that we don't want. Even the death of one young man is too much for us as a country. May God bless this country and make this country great and strong.